So those are the places we visited. Not we didn't visit everywhere, to be honest.
Okay, Bagao.
Okay.
Committees.
Thank you very much, Honorable, for your wonderful presentations. But I have an observation. All right, you went to Bakau to visit the K project, that's the football, that the parks, and then I'm happy that you have highlighted some of the problems that have been complaining since at the beginnings of this project, and still not the same issues are there. All right, but concerning, I think I approach you about Bakau Community Center. Bakau Community Center and the park are just opposites. And I told you should go there and see the project that was going there, that was ongoing, whether the project is improving or so that you can also include in your recommendations and the problems and what should be done for that project. That building is there. It has been there for now, it's almost 3 years now. Nothing has been done about it. And even the windows and other things are now sifting down. And anytime I have committee meeting with my people down there, the question they raise, sometimes I feel shame, I don't even know how to answer those questions. I'm always giving them few excuses. All right? Now, in fact, now they say that, that building is, in fact, at that community center have no use. Because they have been there for long. Council have budgeted this for them to do, and that's what the agreement. They will do the structure, and council will do the finishings. And the structure has been built. I complained about the contractor, the attitude of the contractor. They came, they want to hand over the building to me. Like that, I said, to my dead body to accept this from you. Because if I accept this, what am I going to explain to my community? And when they are coming for this, I call the whole community and we all meet at the community center and we all give our blessing. But as of now, there's nothing going on. The windows, the doors are all procured. They are packed at the honest. Nothing has been done. Last time the planning director came there with his assistant director, they engaged. The contractor sent somebody there to come and see because they said, now the contractor that built that house, they have to contact that guy also to do the finishings. But up till now, I haven't get any update from them.
Every project, they have to make progressive report to council, every general council, so that we know when they give you timeline, this is 2 years or this is 1 year. You should make sure exactly these things is done in this confined time. But if such things are not happening, and at times, I think, in some countries, even if mayor promise anything or in campaign, at times it should be a law. Let's try by all means, anything that we promise people, we make sure that those things are properly done. Because if not, come on, you cannot promise me something and at the end of the day, you cannot do it. Just that we need council also. I think, Mayor, we recommend these things. These things have to be created, a project implementation unit. So that those people will be responsible for look after the progression of all the projects and also whether the project also is touching the livelihood of our people. Because that is the purpose of all the projects. Thank you.
I think the point is very clear to the development committee. Also, I was talking to, I think, one of the councillors in the contracts committee. The standard for institutions is that for every project above a certain threshold, you need to have a project consultant. The project consultant, usually you pay them 2% is the market standard. I even told the councillor there are some who charge as low as 1%. The reason this council says we don't do that is because we say we have in-house planning and development committee who should have project management officers. But given the pay scales we are paying here, there is no chance you are going to have the person with the right qualification or capacity. Never. Because they would rather go private sector. We cannot afford them. So how other government bodies, even National Audit Office, when they were constructing it, the contractor who won the contract was Swami India. I think the total project amount was almost 60 million or something like that. The project consultant, I know him. They charge 2%, I think, on standard, but then they are responsible, one, for negotiating the bill of quantities on behalf of the client to make sure that you are paying the right BOQ. Secondly, they ensure that based on the timelines indicated in the contract, that the officer reaches those timelines. Sorry, the contractor reaches those timelines. And they advise you when to pay and when not to pay. But when we say, okay, 9 safe halis, this 2% or this 1% is too much, it can cost you more. You are trying to run away from 1%, and end of the day you go pay 10% overboard or 20% overboard. Or the project is finished at poor quality, below the standard you thought, etc. So I think the contract committee now, they should be engaging consultants and the development committee. Even on this bill of quantities that are created by our planning department, they need to be verified. You know, because I've given some councillors some examples. These BOQs, the person developing it in-house may not have the competence or the capacity, or may make human error. So it needs a second pair of eyes to verify that we are not going to be overcharging, overpaying. So the reason you use experts is to reduce the wastage and the mistakes, and to not contract to the same person. Just this morning, I met up with the procurement manager. I asked him, I said, who won the second set you are building in Latrikunda market? My company. Maneko kuy koku. Mina is the guy building the set at Fale Naka, dump site. I didn't say anything, but for me, I think that is not good. The contract committee should not contract more than one project to one person at the same time. If you give them an extra project, they have not finished that other project, this will bring delays. Because the Fajima Defnyari project at the same time. And most contractors in Gambia, they don't have that capacity. They don't have that capacity. And also it's good to be contracting different people to give chance to others as well. So this is the same issue is happening at the Kotu market. You give him Kotu market, you come, you give him Charles Jow. Understand? So it's going to bring delays, or it's also in the eyes of others. So Nyuntam Council line, we have to give chance to a variety of people to boost several businesses. So we have to be proactive as committees and not reactive. We should not wait for the administration to feed us. We should go there and make sure we guide the process. And we leverage on the expertise in town to make sure that the process is guided. Secondly, for contracts above certain amounts, I think the committee should also be scared for just them to give their stamp of approval. The standard is you bring your people you recommend somebody, let us come here, and then that person can come here and tell us. We did it in Balit twice. We did it with Ecotech. We did it with many contractors. Pour ñuntam yen lolé munta gis ñuntam ñu challenge. We can also help challenge that contractor to make sure that we are getting the best value for money. Because we are complaining about revenue. But what is more important than ut halis, halat halis bo amut, controller law am. Rather than thinking about money we don't know whether we will get, why don't we better manage money we have? And it cannot be a one-man show. People have to do their jobs. All right? So next year we have major project with the road network. That one we cannot afford to make these mistakes. So let us have a very competitive tender process. Let also have the guidance of a consultant. And we need a project task force that is overseeing every bit of this project, because it's a lot of money and it's very complex. And definitely, we don't want to start next year without starting this project. I said it. The first butoots coming into this council should go towards that project. Bugu ñoo dégga ay June halis amut ak yu ken hamut. Okay, so let us do better. Development committee, kudos to you. We see that you are improving. This is the first time we've had a comprehensive report, but do better. Okay, try to also work with your committee experts. Okay, and let us improve the process. So we want you to put more effort in guiding the projects and try to leverage, like I said, on our consults. I talked to Council of Trending South the other day. I've given him number. He can find other numbers. And you even make a competitive process of how about we contract through a service level agreement a consultant for 1 year on development project, just like the lawyer. You can advertise a competitive consultant on all development projects, at least for 1 year. Koku munglendi advice on all the development activities. Because just like you need a lawyer to make sure we are doing legal things, you need an expert to make sure the structures you are building are safe and are standard. Because yange build in-house, amuñ expertise, in-house we don't have a structural engineer. How do you know that that story building is safe? Director of plan, do you have an engineer in-house? You don't. So you are relying on the contractor to build you a safe building. Is that safe? The contractor can cut corners. He's trying to make money. That's why all these infrastructure projects, they need a third-party consultant to make sure they cut corners. Therefore, do dangerous. Because you have territory, who is to blame? Okay, so I think let's work on that basis. I think the message is clear. KTEP, I think you've heard. Degala getting a report fee at the council. So at the next general council, we need a comprehensive report. And to be honest, I think it's long overdue. Some of these parks, they have to open and be handed to the community, or you said Africa is going to manage them or whatnot. But let these parks, because Bakau has just shown me his park grass has started going green. Sorry, dry. Okay, and that park has been long left like that. There's no action. Then let's give access to the community to do their part. Okay.